Assalamualaikum and selamat sejahtera. Today, me, Nur Rahida Fariza binti Wasila and my partner Muhammad Aklan bin Muhammad Rosli are going to present our research project, which is the use of social media and its impact on business growth. Assalamualaikum, my name is Nur Rahida Fariza binti Wasila. My matrix number 2020-452-666 and I'm the first presenter. Okay, the first one that I'm going to present, which is a research background. Okay, research background talk about the meaning of social media, where social media is a digital platform. Okay, so what is social media? Social media is a digital platform that allows the users to create and share their content. The content can be shared through public and also to their friends. Social media is internet-based and it has a variety of platforms where social media offers a lot of applications that can be used in the user's phone and also on the website. The social media applications such as Twitter, TikTok, Facebook, Instagram and many others. Nowadays, social media is commonly used for business in order to sell the items, to promote the brands, to communicate with consumers and encourage new business. Okay, social media is very easy to use, where variety range of age of the users can use it without having much issue. Social media not just to promote the products, but also it give a platform for the business owner to communicate with their consumer easily because it can be done through the apps. Okay, next is I'm going to talk about problem statement. Problem statement is why we decide to do this research project. Okay, during COVID-19, most of the business were forced to close down due to the lockdown that the government has implemented, where all of the citizens cannot go out unless it is necessary to buy their grocery items, to buy any medicines and others. Also, during lockdown, only essential business that can be operated such as pharmacy, clinics, market and other essential business. So during this lockdown, the business cannot conduct their business normally and it is hard for them to sell their products and also gain their income. So we want to know whether the use of social media can give an impact towards their business growth, whether their products can be sold through social media, whether their income can be increased or not. This is because during lockdown, we have seen that the use of social media has increased because the citizens cannot go out from their house, so they use social media to communicate with their friends and with the publics. Due to the increasement of social media usage, most of the business owner has decided to move from physical platform of their business to the digital platform. Okay, next is I'm going to talk about the research questions and research objective of our research project. Okay, for this, I'm going to talk about the research objective of our research project. The first research objective is to determine the level of sales due to the social media usage. The second objective is to identify the best social media platform that help the most in growing a business sale. Last research objective is to evaluate the impact of social media on the growth of sales. For this slide, I'm going to talk about the conceptual framework of our research. As you can see, the independent variable of our research project, which is the cost, convenient in terms of communication, and the last one is engagement. The dependent variable for our research project is impact on business growth. In this research, we are going to study on how the independent variable have a significant impact for the dependent variables. Okay, next is independent variable and hypothesis development. Okay, the first independent variable, which is cost. The hypothesis, which is H01, there is no significant relationship between the cost and impact on business growth. H81, there is significant relationship between the cost and impact on business growth. Okay, the second independent variable, which is convenient in terms of communication. H02, there is no significant relationship between the in the bracket communication, and impact on business growth. HA2, there is significant relationship between convenient in bracket communication and impact on business growth. Okay, the third independent variable, which is engagement. In HO3, there is no significant relationship between the engagement and impact on business growth. And in HA3, there is significant relationship between the engagement and impact on business growth. Okay, for research design, we using quantitative method, where quantitative method is a descriptive study where they investigate the impact of social media on business growth in terms of sale. So the investigation of the study, the researcher will using survey. We will give a set of questionnaire to the respondent, and the respondent need to answer it. Unit of analysis, which is SMEs businesses in the service sector in Klang Valley area. Okay, for the sample, we need to find 384 participants to answer our questionnaire that is based on the Craigie and Morgan table. For the data analysis, we're using descriptive analysis, where we use our frequency table to get our questionnaire results. For sampling technique, we use a non-probability sampling in our research project. Okay, for data measurement, we use a Likert scale. Likert scale involve a series of statements that respondents need to choose from the scale that is given as their response. So the scale, which is 1, strongly disagree, 2, disagree, 3, mixed feelings, 4, agree, and 5, strongly agree. Okay, the last one is data collection, where in our questionnaire we have divided the questionnaire into 5 sections, which is part A, demographic profile; part B, level of sales due to social media usage; part C, types of social media use; part D, impact of social media usage towards business; and for the last part E, is the influence of social media towards the growth of a business. Okay, that's all from me. I'm going to pass the presentation to my partner, Aklan. Thank you.
Assalamualaikum and hi, my name is Muhammad Aklan bin Muhammad Rosli. So for the findings, first we go to demographic. We can see that most respondents, the gender is female, where 64.1% is female and only 35.9% is male. And we can see also in the age group, 18 to 25 years old, only 31.8%, and most of the respondents is 26 years old and above, where 68.2% is from the group. Next, we go into years of business. For 1 year business, it's only 16.4%, 2 years in business, 29.2%, 3 years in business, 27.7%, 4 years in business, 24.9%, 5 years in business, 1.8%, where most of the respondents is 2 years in business, which is the frequency is 114 respondents with 29.2%. Next, we go to the location of business. We can see that most of the respondents come from Kuala Lumpur with 217 frequency, and the percentage is 55.6%. The second is from Petaling Jaya, which is 74 respondents and 19% only. Now we go to the main finding. For the main finding, the first objective is to determine the level of sales due to social media usage. The analysis has been used is frequency analysis, and the result is 68.5% of respondents agreed that social media helped a lot in increasing their sales. For the hypothesis, the majority of respondents agreed that by using social media, it will increase their sales. We go to the second objective. Second objective is to identify the best social media platform that help the most in growing a business sale. So the analysis we use is frequency analysis, and we can see that 84.1% of respondents agreed that Instagram is the best social media for business. For the hypothesis, the majority of respondents agreed that the best social media compared to Facebook, Twitter, and TikTok that has been researched by this research is Instagram. Instagram is the best social media for business. For the third objective, which is to evaluate the impact of social media on the growth of sales, we use the analysis of frequency analysis. We can see first, 52.8% of respondents agreed that the cost of marketing is lower when using social media compared to traditional way. So as the hypothesis, HA1 accepted and HO1 rejected. The second is 72.1% of respondents agreed that communication using social media is convenient and easy to use. So the hypothesis is HA2 accepted and HO2 rejected. And the third one is 62.6% of respondents agreed that engagement on social media will help the organization to improve their quality of product and services. So the hypothesis is HA3 accepted and HO3 rejected. Next, we go to research recommendation. The first recommendation is businesses need to start hiring digital marketer and social media manager. From this research, we can see that social media is the game changer. Social media can help to grow the business sales and grow the business generally. So hiring digital marketer and social media manager will help the business to grow faster and grow their sales. The second research recommendation is promote social media skills towards the organizations. More people using social media, more people know how to use social media in the organizations will help the organizations to easily implement social media strategies in the company, in the organization, and then help the organization, the businesses, especially SME, to grow bigger and faster. For the research limitations and future suggestion, the first research limitation is lack of sample. So in this research, the researcher only researched on Klang Valley area. So it cannot be used, the data cannot be used for worldwide view or Malaysia in general view. So for the future suggestion, more samples need to be collected throughout all Malaysia or worldwide to get more precise data. Second research limitation is limited model. In this research, there are only 3 independent variables which are selected to impact the dependent variable. So for future suggestion, more independent variables and variables need to be considered that can impact the dependent variable. And the third research limitations is quantitative study. In quantitative study, the question has been designed by the researcher. We cannot know the real reason or the real factors that impact the dependent variable. So for future suggestion, interviews need to be done to the respondents in order to get more precise data. In conclusion, this research is to study and gain better understanding of the use of social media and its impact on business growth. The factors or the independent variable that being considered is cost, convenience, and engagement. From the data of this research, all the independent variables proven to affect the dependent variable, which is impact on business growth. All the objectives of this research also are being satisfied. This research needs to be continued for a larger sample, for a larger scale, and more precise data. That's all from us. Thank you.